Aspiring social media influencer Keith Castillo is going viral right now for handing out machetes, booze, and cigarettes to homeless people.
Welcome to the Common Sense Philosophy channel. Today we're going to be talking about give the homeless weapons and drugs. Give the homeless weapons and drugs. It's crazy to think that people are actually going out and handing the homeless machetes, alcohol, all types of different drugs to set them into the wrong motion. Because that would be my opinion. Why would you want to hand a homeless person machetes, alcohol, and all types of different types of drugs? Now, this particular guy that's doing it, he said it's called keeping the homeless in the streets. So he thinks it's a good thing to keep people in this type of avenue or pathway. Let's be clear too, this is a YouTuber or socialite. He says he's doing it for clicks, but I don't know if he knows how dangerous it is what he's doing. Also, they went to the police and they asked the police about arresting him or doing something for his discipline towards him, and they haven't responded. They haven't did anything. So I guess it's not illegal to go hand out machetes, drugs, and alcohol to homeless people. So, which I guess it makes sense. I have seen people buy them cigarettes or hand them cigarettes and maybe have a drink with them, buy them some food. I just don't know if I've ever seen anybody ever hand a homeless person a weapon. But I guess it'd be the same if you knew someone you cared about that was homeless and you couldn't help them, I guess, because first thing you think you would give them somewhere to stay. But I guess it'd be like handing them some pepper spray or a taser or something like that, if you're just going to look at it far as a weapon. The other thought process would be you're opening people up to a real dangerous world, because sometimes, not all the time, but people that's homeless have drug problems or they have a mental situation. And that's a part of it, not all of them. But those people don't need no machetes. Now, if it's the people that's homeless because maybe they just lost their job or because homeless can be you living in your car. You could have just lost your job, which lost your apartment, which put you in your car for a couple months until you get your money right and be able to get back into another place, unless you had an eviction or something. But that counts as homeless too. I know they have certain places where you can actually buy a parking space. You have to be in there, I think, by 9:00.
Aspiring social media influencer Keith Castillo is going viral right now for handing out machetes, booze, and cigarettes to homeless people. Castillo, who goes online by the username POV Wolfie, posted a video on Thanksgiving Day of him handing out the deadly weapons to the homeless community, and a woman even asks him for one more. The video is just one in a whole series he calls Keeping the Homeless in the Streets. He's visited Austin, Little Rock, New Orleans, and says he plans to hit Las Vegas, New York, and Skid Row in LA next. He told the New York Post he purchased the machetes in bulk from Harbor Freight for less than $5 each. Castillo claims he also talked to police who assured him he's not doing anything illegal. He also didn't seem too concerned with handing out alcohol to potential substance abusers, saying, "Honestly, I don't care, bro. It's good for the clicks and views, you know? Gotta do what we have to so we eat." The Austin, Little Rock, and New Orleans police departments did not respond to requests for comment from the New York Post.
And they closed the whole parking space off, and you could sit in there with your car. And they set things up like that. Also, you may have heard of people getting gym memberships. So they'll get a gym membership and they'll go there, they'll shower, they can be able to do whatever they need to do to get ready for work in the morning. Because I think they're open 24 hours a day. So they can go there and get ready in the morning. And then after they leave there, they're able to also go do what they need to do for the day. They then come back, take another shower, and go park their car. You know, so it's all these different ways that people are taking care of themselves now. And I would say that's in the homeless area that people might not look at it like that, but it is. Um, I remember too when people used to just, they call it couch surfing. So you get couch surf and people don't look at you like you were homeless. But in reality, that's homeless because you don't have your own personal address. If you're grown and you staying at grandma's house again after you moved out, that's homeless. And I think that's where we start to miss the point of exactly what is homeless. So this is a bigger problem than people really want to deal with. Because I remember there was a whole thing about 50 month, was it 50 month or 50 years? That's what it was, 50 years mortgages. But the thing is, people are paying different prices everywhere. So if they want the house and they want to get it, I mean, you got to let people do what they do. If they can lower the price. Because the joke is, well, how much is it monthly? And I know you shouldn't look at it like that if you're financially literate, but I guess people finding themselves in some compromising positions. So they're willing to pay more money over time just to have somewhere to lay their head. Now, I think this homeless thing has been going on for a while too, because you think of the families like that you go to somebody's house and there'd be like a mother with her kids there. That's homeless. If she'd be staying there or they would give her a room. So it'd be her and her 4 kids in one room. That's homeless. And we didn't look at it like that because everybody would just help out and move on. It'd be your sister coming over with her 5 kids staying in the guest room for 6 months. That's homeless. So when you start to think about what is homelessness, you start to say, well, there's people probably in your family that's homeless. And then you're like, oh, and then, you think about people say they're doing very well, but they can't take on another family. They couldn't, all these people, you talk to people and they say, I got 3 businesses, but they can't hire nobody. They can't, if you have a business, you can't hire nobody. I always say you should be quiet and just run your business and grow it. But if you say, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I got 3 businesses, I'm doing very well. Okay, well, the problem is you can't hire nobody. So your business should just be quiet and continue to grow your business. That's how I look at it. But the overall with all this is, I don't know if morally it's right for him to go out and hand out machetes, drugs, and alcohol to homeless people. But I also know that when we get back and forth with morals, people that read the Bible know it says that people gonna want to drink. You should let them be because they're in so much pain. So, hey, hope you guys enjoyed the channel, Common Sense Philosophy. Be talking to you guys again soon. All right.